sit down. I mean, stand up.
Still in my lines, man.
So the real problem of a private room is that you've got no excuse for not laughing at my jokes tonight.
That was the best of them.
And Tommy, you gonna stop watching it?
Yeah, 10 past 10.
10 past 10. So those who attended last year will recall a certain tradition of having lots of awards and trophies for me to put back in the car and take home. But we'll do some special applause for those that couldn't make it tonight. Starting now. I started with plenty of people turned up tonight. It was a great event already. Thank you very much for coming. But I started a list of people that couldn't make it. There's about another 10 or 15 on there, and there's another 6 or 7 that have sadly lost left our club for other pastures. I want to say greener pastures in different countries. Apparently they are pretty green in New Zealand, but I'm not sure about the other places. But we'll acknowledge those people a little bit later altogether. But I've asked Seagull, and we don't have a nickname for you. Dom. To join me in presenting the awards. We've got a different system of doing it today. Instead of going through team by team and then each individual award, which takes about 4 hours, we've cut it down to 2 hours and 36 minutes with a system where we'll talk about the type of award and award it to each of the 3 clubs in one go, and then out of those 3 clubs, perhaps if we're lucky, one of the award winners will actually be here and they can come forward and perhaps they come up. So starting with the awards for the highest score for each of our 3 teams, so for Baggy Blues Blue, Baggy Blues White and Baggy Blues International. The first person not to come up tonight is Ed with his 105 out for Baggy Blues International against
I was a part of
Ranjit is a very busy man feeding other people tonight. And for Baggy Blues White, he got an 81 knockout against and the Australian that hasn't turned up at the time he said he would.
David.
Get hold of him and he's not here, so as soon as he does actually attempt, we can all burst into rapturous applaud for him. We'll wear it for him, and then you're going to hand it over. You want to get something good out of your joke?
No.
So, give you the right one here. For Baggy Blues Blue, Dave Williams.
Dave Williams, yay!
Well done, Dave. Speeds. Get a photo because that's what he wants.
That's Facebook profile sorted. Okay. The average for our top scorers this year was 255 because 105 not out, 81 not out, and 69. That's a good record. It is for those 3. No, only one of them out. And we'll do a special scorers lesson for Dom at the end of the evening, so don't worry.
Those are averages in themselves, so they're not out of one side. Here's the special guest.
Oh my goodness me! Alex, wear this for the evening. You have to give it back before you go.
Eddie.
The 2 Doms. I just came down for a pint. I saw you through the window. Alex,
you're not off to Ranjit's later, are you? No, because you get taken this to him. So, those who don't know the man who just
get
gets
some
in
beers
is
and then come back.
Alex Johnson, who was a Baggy Blue last year.
Yeah, get 20 beers.
So, after that, the inspiring start to proceedings, we move on to equal lack of absence for our best bowlers. Perhaps performing for Baggy Blues ensures that you get a passport out of the country. I'm not sure how it works. For the best bowling figures, we've got a man we've already heard about, who's busy in his restaurant, Baggy Blues International, Ranjit with his 5 wickets of 41. Happy to say against Budapest Falcons again, a lot of awards coming up against them. Ranjit 5 for 41. Ori, our special sapper who could not be here tonight to join in the Southern Hemisphere versus Northern Hemisphere debates, with his amazing performance of 5 for 10 for Baggy Blues Blue against the Danubian Kangaroos.
Kangaroos, yeah.
And then one that I'd forgotten all about and just discovered it this morning looking through all the records. Not the records being broken in Brisbane, but the records of the Baggy Blues this year.
I don't talk about it.
Yeah, we're not talking about it, we're making statements. We're not talking about it. For the title-winning team, the best bowling figures for the year actually came from a 14-year-old Japanese boy. In the first match of the season, he took 4 wickets for 20 to clean up the 11 stars and get the season off to a great start.
Yes.
Can't make it tonight, but for Sarai, Ori and Ranji, one of you guys.
Big clap.
You want one as well, Dom? Alright. You can be Sarai, okay? Where is Sarai? Here he is.
No, on behalf of Laurie.
So you're going to get it to him?
I'm going to wear it.
Go on then for Ori! Then I guess I better take care of Ranjit's.
Yay!
Okay, moving on to things that are a little bit heavier and for people that can take them off our hands, thank goodness. We've got 3 of them here and 2 of them are going to make their way from the front of the room. Moving on to the best fielder. You can take care of...
Not right at the front, surely! Please! And not right at the front,
It's not possible.
Not right at the front,
Right,
surely!
didn't want him to have to walk too far. Take them. Oh, sorry, it's my handwriting. Which order should we do it in? Alphabetic? No. B-O-W? Who knows? We'll start with the person who won't come forward. Baggy Blues White. He's asked for this all to be video recorded. I'm not sure how it's going. Okay. At least this part should be in clear focus because the best fielder for Baggy Blues White was...
Really?
Trini!
Yay!
Brad, come forward to collect.
Brad's going to come forward on behalf of Trini. Especially nominate. No, we shouldn't give it 2 out of irony.
If it was irony, it would be Mo.
That's what I'm saying. We should have really got Teddy. Okay, come on, Teddy. Accept the first best fielder award.
Yeah.
Oh, he dropped it!
Oh!
Oh, yeah.
Almost.
Okay.
The first time.
Baggy Blues Blue. Best fielder. 2013. First person to actually get up off their seat for the evening
Is Tom Doherty.
Yay!
Smile for the cameras.
Cheesy grin.
Sky TV, ESPN.
We've been practicing this for the last roll.
Really well done.
Well done, Tommy. Well deserved. And he does it every week. Best fielder, Baggy Blues International.
Andrew Lackaby.
Not yet, yeah.
Duncan Shoebridge, congratulations. Someone who does practice what they preach.
Yeah. Duncan, yeah!
You won't see him push-ups and sit down, stand up, run 10 metres, come back, but he will hold on to the catch and back up and throw, so that's what we need.
Start Mexican wave, go on.
Best batter. We're really going to have quite a loud round of applause when an Aussie walks in the room, which I know is pretty hard for certain members of the community.
Well, all of us.
Moving on to the Best Batter Awards. as we know, we presented one of these a couple of weeks ago. Ed had a stunning season for Baggy Blues International. He made 223 runs at an average of 55.75. It is.
That's amazing.
This is the very first time that Baggy has averaged over 50, but the fact is there's been many seasons when our highest score was awarded for the score of 55. I have at least 3 on the record, and he's done it on average each match, including, of course, his stunning 105 on out that we talked about. Best batter for Baggy Blues White. Again, we need to get this in close focus. Oh, go on, mate. You can take this one. I know you were feeling a bit secure about the best fielder. Best batter award. We're definitely going to get Tanny to take, because he played the most important shot of the year for Baggy Blues White, hitting the winning runs.
Yeah, the winning runs.
But the best batter for Baggy Blues White was, with 151 runs at an average of 37.75, was... You have to... I know there's been a fair bit of comments about the fact that the Baggy Blues Brain Society, Duncan and Dre, put together 2 evenly based teams, and one finished top of the league and one finished bottom of the evenly based teams. But the fact is that I don't think we'd even seen Srini play at that time, and we just thought, oh, field bombs, mate, you can go and play with him, and he certainly proved to be quite a factor in skewing those results. Is that a good excuse?
I think if you played all season with your team, it'd be more interesting.
Lots of things are really more interesting. But as it is, we have our champion and we have the other game bouncing the table together, and we have Srini not here. Yeah, no, selection issues with that one. The best batter for Baggy Blues Blue with 110 runs at 27.5 is the Aussie that we have to forward when he comes in finally. Dave Williams for batter for.
Yeah.
Maybe we took it this way, telling them all that it's tomorrow night. Okay, let's start again with the absentees. The best bowler of the evening. Best bowler for Baggy Blues Blue. This boy, I haven't heard how it's gone, but he's been in the UK this week having a trial to get into a pretty important college in England, which is indeed a sports college, and trying to get into the cricket program there. Best bowler for Baggy Blues Blue proved to be Andraj Danks with 7 wickets. Andraj took 7 wickets for 64 at an average of 9.14 for Baggy Blues Blue. I won't tell you his average for Baggy Blues International, but look it up on the page. But he's obviously been performing extremely well for the national team as well, and not being treated as, oh, he's a teenage kid, let's take it easy on him. He's been absolutely getting the other international teams he's played against in complete tangles, and he's really got a great future with the ball and the bat and the fielding, of course. Baggy Blues White, best bowler, finally a different name, not the same as the best fielder and the best batter. But his name has been mentioned a couple of times tonight. He's going to have a more decorated restaurant soon. 12 wickets for 67 runs at an average of 5.58, just 5 runs every time he took a wicket for Ranjit for Baggy Blues White, a major part of that. Baggy Blues International, I hope we can capture the look of perhaps surprise, maybe not, maybe the guy has worked it out himself. But he is here tonight. Baggy Blues International, it was a tight battle. The winner of this award took 8 wickets for 71 runs at an average of 8.88. So again, all of these going for less than 10 runs per wicket. Paul Ainsworth, congratulations. Congratulations, Paul, on fantastic results at the end. Those little darting in-swingers we experienced for the first time in the BISB gym in February proved to be just as effective in the middle in September. They were the individual awards done purely by the team. I'm happy to say that the rest of the awards we are giving out will actually make their way to the people that are here or about to arrive. The rest of the awards look at the club as a whole. We're looking at all the performances across Baggy Blues Blue, Baggy Blues White, Baggy Blues International as a club. Who is the person most deserving of these next awards? So we go on to, I can leave it there for now. We're contesting with it when you finally make it. The best catch. Yeah, I thought I had it nailed, had it recorded, got image, evidence, but I hear that the week after it was outdone. Best catch of the year, Dave Williams screaming across the boundary. And
We've got a David Williams fan over there.
we have the best news that I can add to that, or some very good news I can add to that, is the one that I thought I had sealed this award with, and everyone had already congratulated me on this award when I took a catch. Happened to be against the same batter from the same team. So Kaiba was the victim of two sensational running diving catches, and congratulations to Dave for having a story to tell, along with Ed's 105 not out.
Yeah.
Special news to hear at the Simplicate that night. And now we finally have more people coming up to accept their awards. The most improved. This is always one of the hardest ones to assess because, Seriously, Tanya, to hit those winning runs, mate, it was really amazing and true. It's for amazingly increased fielding performances, I believe, James Wade. Apparently you're a fielder now, is that correct?
I don't bat a ball, yeah.
Most improved is actually, as a coach, of course, we see this as perhaps the most special award of the night. And it is someone who's here. Their game has improved in all aspects. I had this discussion with other captains, and it was pretty clear who's deserving of this award. Bowling, batting, fielding, I see him more often than you do, but he's all improving incredibly. He started an extra week of training, and his improvement is going to go even further. Daniel Griffiths, congratulations.
Danny!
This is being recorded for Bat and Ball Junior Cricket Club.
Good man.
We already gave away one of the most special awards for the club. Each year I think there's two that perhaps the club as a whole respects the most and puts the most value on. One is of course the performances on the field. The most valuable player for the Baggy Blues Club as a whole was indeed given out a couple of weeks ago just to push someone over their weight allowance at the airport. Eddie Olmert, without a doubt, deserved the most valuable player on the field, but also for his work for the club. And obviously we had some tough times. He was an incredible support through all of that as a great leader who then made sure our club finished the season with a lot of cricket for everybody. So for Eddie, one more round of applause for him. But now we move on to the best club man. And ever since year one, I have to say that this is the award that means most to me as the club organiser, because it means that this person is doing a lot of stuff that I don't have to. And he's doing a lot of stuff to make sure the club gets bigger and gets better, making sure that we have success when perhaps things are tough, and getting involved and doing a load of stuff to make us all be here tonight. This again, it was a pretty easy award to decide on this time. There's a lot of people doing a lot of things for our club, but this guy is going to be incredibly missed. He's joining the list of people leaving us. But Brad, you've been amazingly special.
John.
Brad is very rude for accepting awards sitting down.
This is also the one award that we're springing on people and make them say something, so talk to the crowd.
I love all of you. I love all of you. Next summer.
Oh, come back, Brad.
Expect me back.
We love
Come
you
back,
too,
Brad.
Brad.
Come back, Brad.
Oh, come on. That was a no-brainer, wasn't it?
Well, many of you don't know
Carry on,
about
Mark.
what
No, this
Brad
is
does.
unexpected.
Not only is he
This is
turning up
unexpected.
for Baggy Blues International as, hey, we've got a scorer there, it takes off so much stress from the captain, from the players, from everything. Plus at the end you actually get records you can read that are accurate, that tell you all the information you need. But he hasn't just done it for Baggy Blues International, he's turned up. The third division was something really special to our club via me, but also via many of our members. And the Apple Tree division was a great success, getting a lot of people out there playing, and he turned up so many times to help score, to help umpire, to help coach, to help just build the spirit, and a massive part of all of the cricket that's in Hungary, trying to push more ideas that we weren't ready enough to give him the opportunity to take his own ideas further. So if he does come back, he'll be doing a whole lot more for cricket and for the Baggy Blues, and we're going to force him back sometime, I'm sure. Joining a special league there, mate. You deserve it.
Thank you. Thank you, Skipper.
A few more things to finish with that are again about very special things. Unfortunately, there's one award that we're not in a position to give away this year. Last year, there was a massive battle for this award. We had 3 really strong contenders. It's an award that there are people here that have proudly lifted it before. We have here Seagull. We have here, oh Danny boy. We don't have here Grumpy Bubba. I thought Ed was claiming that he's won every award in the club, and I said, you haven't won best new nickname. So yeah, Grumpy Bubba. We lost that one over the years. But unfortunately, this year, last year we had Slam Duncan, was one of the contenders. I got my nickname last year that hasn't caught on for whatever reason. You've got to have Ed tell you the story in a question on a sandwich. And the winner was Danny Boy. But it's a there were tough times in the season, but none of the stuff was this, but this whole year we didn't come up with a new nickname for anybody. And with that, I just raised my hands and say, come on, we need some new nicknames, okay? So that's a club goal next year. Anyone who goes by their first name, okay, we're not accepting that anymore. Okay, we're going to find some new nicknames, have some competition for this. It's very sad not to be able to give away this particular award. I think it's unique to Baggy Blues in Hungary. We need this to be returned. A couple more little things to give out here. One that's already been officially presented. Because to hand this out, those that were there on the evening know why that it was absolutely necessary for Ed to be in attendance, because he was the man who witnessed and can reenact better than no man can reenact the reason why this special award went to this year's winner. Those new to the club, this is the award called the Blue Baggy, as opposed to the Baggy Blues, for when things maybe don't go quite as you planned. Some illustrious winners on here. Starting in 2008 for Mike Glover. It was a bit of a soft start to the award actually. He ran me out in a really important match and I wasn't having it, so we've got things on the roll. 2009 Mahesh. I'm not sure we'll ever quite beat this one for winning this award. In Vienna, Mahesh running for a high catch towards the boundary, completely forgetting that there was a few people were camping right on the boundary, just outside the edge of the boundary, including our own Chris Priest. And Mahesh baggy style eyes focused on the ball, not thinking of anything else. His whole life depended on catching that ball. Managed to crash completely into the side of Chris's tent, ripping off the whole side of the tent and finishing up lying on Chris's sleeping bag. I believe with the ball in his hand, surely he didn't drop it. We had a special photo taken of the whole team inside the ripped tent. But, the sapper who was there took a photo and hasn't sent it to us, but we're still chasing it. 2010, Kumura Guru Bolu. He was famous for other things that year, or maybe the year after, for his 142 not out. He got this award for, his debut match, I think, for the Baggies, slipping over in the outfield, nothing else going on, just landing to protect himself from breaking his wrist in 2 or 3 different places, and going on to bowl with that broken wrist. It was a special moment for him indeed. 2011, Redfern managed, I think he played 3 games at the GB. Every time he went there, he managed to injure himself, but never while on the field of play. It was always somewhere off the boundary, he tripped over and broke a thumb or did something else. Last year, Eddie got it, mostly for getting out LBW all the time for no good reason, and I forget what else he did, but that was probably equally as soft as mine. But this year we have a deserved winner. Certainly the only Baggy Blue ever to, perhaps out of character, perhaps in character, I'm not sure, to make it on time to a train, to be on the train with his teammates, and to still miss the train. He's on the train, and all I've heard about this footage is he's going off thinking, oh, hang on, we have to pay? What? We need tickets for this? And the story goes that it turned into a foot race between our elite Jaguar, Mohammed Tanvir, and the Budapest train. Now, I'd have my money on Tanning, to be honest. I've been on a few trains here, but apparently he couldn't quite keep up with the schedules, and he managed to miss the train and turn up half an hour later. Ed's version is much more impressive. I'll send a distorted video of that shortly, but congratulations, Tanny. You are this year's Blue Baggy. Here's a bat that won't hit you when he runs next. Important to note, this one comes back and goes on next year. You've only got it for 12 months now. We talked about the players. The club is more than the players. And there's someone here tonight who, by being here tonight, is proving what they've done throughout the season, turning up to support our club. We've got here a special medal for our club's best supporter of 2013. Been there through thick and thin, including this evening, including Ed's farewell, including pretty much every event actually, most of the matches. Putty, please come forward. Baggy Blues, bless you. 3 more medals. So just to show how things work, I still had in my hand the Baggy Blues International 2012 Best Fielder, which perhaps indicates how busy I've been the last 12 months. We couldn't make it tonight either, but this still needs to find its way to Dino. So I hope that's being recorded. We can send a message to him. Dino, come and collect your prize sometime, mate, and turn up again to do some great fielding.
Yeah. Cheers.